The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
We'll take a look at the recent signals. Be glad to help you, answer any of your questions. We're going to take a look at some different time frames. We'll look at the daily, weekly chart, as we always combine 2 time frames into 1 chart, sometimes even 3 for day trading. And that's what really gives us a big advantage, because what it tends to do is filter out a lot of false signals that come into the market, or at least it alerts us of a potential choppy market that's coming up. That really helps us to stay out of some of the chop. Nobody in the world can stay out of 100% of the chop. That'd be a perfect system. I wish, but that's not true, not possible. But we certainly stay out of a bunch of that. And I always mention for day trading to look at both the mini NASDAQ and the mini Russell. For example, yesterday was a really great day for the mini NASDAQ, or signals on the mini NASDAQ had a huge winning day, and today on the Russell had a very big winning day. So sometimes you got to just kind of zig and zag, and of course you don't know the answer before the day begins. But I put the 2 charts up side by side, and you can generally tell early on, which one you looks better, or at least, and that can change. But all you can do is go, by what works at that time. And what's nice about AbleTrend is that the signals work equally well for futures and stocks. So I'm a big ETF longer term trader. Most people like to day trade with it, and I do some of that too. But definitely do a lot of the long term, and have been for using it every day for 17 years that I've been here. So anything I can do to help, certainly glad to help. And just also a note, there's going to be no webinar on Thursday. So no webinar on Thursday. Next one will be a week from today. So just wanted to make sure I mentioned that, so that know not to attend if you were planning to do so. So no webinar on this coming Thursday. But daily, weekly charts, man, I just love AbleTrend for the longer term, just as well as the intraday. And here's a perfect example. UPS. Everybody knows UPS. Just a perfect triple confirmation buy signal right here, a couple of months back, and still in that trade up until last week. We're looking for the blue bar, the first blue bar. See the red dots turns to blue. That's when you get the big dot in the middle, meaning the daily, and this is a daily, weekly combination, meaning the daily chart has a new buy signal. But we also have to have a blue arrow, which came in a couple days prior. And, we're good to go. As long as there's nothing red above to block it from going higher, because anything red above would mean that there's resistance above. Blue is support, red is resistance. So when the prices hit the blue dot, great place to buy if you didn't get in at the beginning of the trend and you still wanted to get into that trade. So, really nice signal there at, well, let's see, what about 170 was when the software said to get in. And then again, you have to be very disciplined and do what it says. I assure you, these calculations and all the multiple time frames and algorithms going on, it's going to be a heck of a lot smarter than than a person's brain. That I can guarantee. It's not going to be 100% either. They'll be losing trades. There's no perfect system, so I don't in any way want to mislead anyone or paint any unrealistic expectations. Expectations, that would just be unfair. So we're in at 170. We're out over here at 210. That's awfully nice to get out 210, and then today it's at 202. You just saved everybody $8 a share. Now you say, why is it stopping here? Look at this strong wall of support. This chart is just, AbleTrend just support and resistance just nailed this one perfect. Look how the prices went exactly to these blue arrows, which is support. It's blocking the price from going lower. And we put those in there 4 weeks ago, and 4 weeks later the price comes exactly right to this 201, 202 area. And it just stalls out. It stops going any lower right there. Now, the daily's on a buy signal, meaning we exit our long trade from $170. We exited last week at $212. But we're certainly not going to go short because we have to have triple confirmation. Otherwise, no trade. This is what we call a no trade zone. You've got resistance above, it's red. We've got support below, it's blue. So when you have blue and red on the chart at the same time, like we have had the past week, that means it's going to be choppy, sideways, narrow trading range. All the things a trader hates to get into the trade. So that's a no trade zone. Leave it alone. That's what the software is telling you. It's 10,000 stocks. Move on to something else. You're a day trader. I suggest E-mini NASDAQ and the E-mini Russell. If you get no trade zones during the day, do not trade. That means it's very risky. You do not want to be in the market when you have a no trade zone. And it's so super simple to see what a no trade zone is. It's just red and blue on the chart at the same time, like right here, like right there, like right here. These are all obvious no trade zones. You could see a little bit after the market opened today. I'm Eastern time, so this is like about 9:35-ish. 15 is the date, just so that's how you read the bottom for new people. 15 is the date, 9:32. This came in, all right, I guess around 9:34 or so. There's the triple confirmation that we're looking for. You've got to have 3 different time frames. That's why the software is so well liked and works so well for all these users. You have to have 3 different time frames, 3 algorithms. Everything must come together. Otherwise, no trade. Very simple. There's no gray area there. It's yes, it's a trade. No, it's not. There's nothing to think about there. So you're going to get in right there at the close of the first bar. Once the price bar closes, it will never, ever change again. Now, the big arrow is the 3-minute signal. It's red. The small arrow is 2-minute. It's red. The dot is the 1 minute. It's red. So everything, there's your triple confirmation. Everything is red. Now, the 3-minute, the big arrow has 3 minutes to decide. Obviously, the market is moving during those 3 minutes. Calculations are being done by the algorithms. So it has 3 minutes to decide. That's why you see a big arrow every 3 price bars, because the price bars are 1 minute, which are the dots. The medium or the small arrow is the 2 minute, and the big arrow is the 3 minute. If you're looking at a 30-minute chart, it has 30 minutes before it's final. So wait until the bar closes, because once it does, it will never, ever change again. These are the exact signals you would see this morning at this time. Nothing changes because the 1 minute is over. So these are the exact price bars. Changing would be cheating, would be fraud. Anybody could tell you what to do. I'd never have a losing trade after the fact. I mean, that'd be ridiculous. It'd be a joke. There's no way we'd have been fooling 25,000 people of these past 25 years. I think somebody would have caught on, like myself, and I wouldn't be here if that were the case. If there was any cheating or anything like that going on. So good stuff right here. Now, first trade of the day, we lost because we technically would have been stopped down. Stops go at the second higher row of red dots. So when the prices were down here, price went there. The stop goes there. We lost about 1 or 2 points. Actually, it was 1 point. I like to stretch the losses. Let's make it 2 points. Okay. But the sweet spot would have been a losing trade, which is right there, because that's a valid sweet spot. And we lost 2 points on the sweet spot because we'd be out on the blue bar with the blue dot. No trade zone there. And then we came back with a really nice winner, because there's when you can layer more of the odds in your favor, that just checks more of the boxes that it's going to be a good trade. You can never get to 100%. You can never even get to 80%. But if you can get 2/3, if you can get to 70, it's about really, about the best you could do. I mean, 7 out of 10, I'll take those percentages, those odds every day of the week. So you got a red bar, and it's a short bar. Short bars are always the better bars to get in, not a longer bar, because after a longer bar, the market tends to get sideways or maybe even pull back. So that just adds on to more factors in our favor. Short bar, red dot, red 2-minute sell signal, red 3-minute sell signal. I mean, it's just a pile of odds. just to, stacked in our favor, that's going to be a good trade. And boy, was it ever. Now, we like to put the stop a little bit above the red dot. Let me get rid of this. We like to put the stop here above the red dot because the dots stop the prices from going higher. It's resistance. But if it's too far for somebody's risk tolerance, then just put it a half a point. This is the Russell contract. Just put it a half a point above. If you're using the NASDAQ, we use 2 points above. So the NASDAQ is much faster moving. It's quicker. It's a different scale. The NASDAQ's 14,000. The Russell's 2,300. So we're just going to put it just a little bit above. Keep it simple. A little bit above the top of the triple confirmation entry bar. Down we go. If we were looking at this live, this is exactly what you would see. Okay, green bars are coming in. I'm a little concerned. Now, if we were at least 3 points in profit, then I would use the 2 green bar stop. Only like two and a half points. That's just not enough. Now we're really, now it's going great. Stop is at the previous higher row of red dots. Now we get 2 green bars. We're winning 12 points here. 12 points is $600 for every 1 contract that you trade. There's 2 greens. So we're going to put the stop a half a point above. Let's just say 23.08. Stop out. Got in at 23.18 and change. Let's call it 18. It's the slippage and commissions. I count for all of that. Hey, sweet. That's a $500 winner Abletrend gave everyone. Real clear cut, no guesswork, real obvious for a disciplined Abletrend trader who follows the rules and doesn't trade on their emotions, because that's where you and we all get beat up. Nice. Very, very nice. Good stuff. There's a sweet spot. Sweet spots are optional. Be a little careful this week. Another point I want to bring about. Last week, this week, especially this week, just be a little careful. It's Fed week. Tomorrow's the big announcement, 2 o'clock Eastern. The market's probably going to be very quiet going into that, generally speaking. Very narrow trading range, kind of choppy, erratic. You got Fed week. You got the VIX down in the mid-teens, around 16, 17. There's a lot of things. Oh, it's a triple witching week, quad witching, actually. The contract changes over this week. Usually when you add these things up, it generally, now tomorrow could be the greatest day of the year. I'm just speaking in terms of general because nobody has a crystal ball to the future. It generally means the market's going to be a little on the erratic side, tend to be a little on the choppy, quiet, small, narrow trading range. We'll see, but you just keep that in the back of your mind. Nobody can control any of that, that's for sure. No trade zone and then a triple confirmation sell. Again, a perfect one because the bar is a short bar. This one we can easily put above the top of the red dot because it's only 3 points away. So we're not talking about a lot of risk. If the price was down here and the dot was way above, oh yeah, then for sure we would put the stop on top of the dot, on top of the price bar, not all the way up at the dot. It would just be too much risk. So goes down. There's our 2 greens. Stop out right there. So we're out at 23.02. We're in at 06.5. Let's call it 06. It's another 4 points, another 200. No trade anywhere in here. The bars strangely were green, not red, not blue. That's okay. There's your triple confirmation blue. We gave back a point on this one because that was a losing trade, but only a point. There is an obvious triple confirmation sweet spot. Perfect one too. Short blue bar, really close to the blue dots. The closer the price is that we enter, which would be right there, to the dot is only less than a point away, the lower the risk. The further above, like way above, look how far above the blue dot it is, 3, 4, 5 minutes later, pull back. So the further you get away from the dots, the greater the risk. We still take the trade if the software says to do it, because we got to be like a robot. No thinking, just do what it says. That was a really nice trade right there. That one worked out great. I just kept going and going and going and going. If you did get stopped out there, because that's really close, you got just a textbook perfect sweet spot right there, because the blue bar is right on top of the dot. So it's extremely low risk. Why? Your stop loss is back here at the previous lower blue dot. It's like half a point at risk. You just couldn't get lower than that with a triple confirmation buy signal from Abel trend. On top of that, sweet. Jump all over that. Perfect. This one took off like a rocket. This was beautiful. 2 greens, never hit it. 2 greens, never hit it. 2 greens, finally hit it. Stop goes under the greens. You don't automatically get out. Out here at 23.18 and a half, let's call it 18. Long at the perfect sweet spot right here at about 13. That's another 5 points on top of that. It's another $250. Huge winning day on the Russell today. Obvious sweet, no trade zone. Another short trade here, the last hour of the day. I love the last hour of the day. In fact, I love the last 2 hours. Consistently for about the past year and a half, the first and last 2 hours have been money in the bank. Love the last 2 hours. I just love it. Those trades get some nice big trends at the end, the last couple hours of the day. Beautiful short right here. Just you couldn't get a more clear-cut, obvious Abel trend trade. For a disciplined Abel trend trader, you see that, man, you can't hit the sell market button fast enough. We're still in it. We're still in it. As long as it stays under the red dots, we're safe. We still got triple confirmation. Same way when we're above the blue dot, stay in it. A lot of people couldn't have stayed in this. Look, we're up, down 4 points, up 3 points, a little sideways. They're way up, way down. You got to do what the software says. You're not smarter than it. I'm certainly not. And nobody is. So human brain can't compete with these algorithms, multiple time frames. You got just a stack of odds in their favor. And again, I repeat, there will be losing trades and losing days. That doesn't happen as often as the winning days, obviously. That's why, it's so popular, but there's going to be. And if the day trading game is the business you choose, you got to grind it out. It's a grind. It's a grind. But I don't know what you could do any better. I don't know what would be more, realistically speaking, I don't know what could be better than this on a consistent basis all these years. It's just so helpful. So we're going to go short right there. If we're looking at it live, this is exactly what you saw, and I'm just speeding it up. Again, staying under the red dots, stay short, stay short. 2 greens, but we're only winning a point there. So I'm not going to use the 2 green bar stop. I'm going to use the previous higher red dots when the price was there. Keep going, keep going. I'm saying to myself, I'm watching this going, go baby, go. Here we go. Up, there's 2 greens, and we're certainly more than 3 points in profit. We got a huge profit again here for the 5th winning trade of the day. 10 trades today in the Russell, 6 winners, 1 loser, 2 break-evens. Kept going lower, never stopped out. There's the stop out. So we're out at 23.11. We're short at 16. That's another 250. And then another little winner right here going into the close. And there's your 4 o'clock New York close, which is 1 o'clock Eastern. We picked up another 2.5 points. So if you didn't, but I'm not even going to count. It was the final 10 minutes of the day. Some people don't trade then. I think a lot of times you saw Friday, the last 10 minutes was an explosion, a big winning trade at that time. So sometimes you get some good ones there. But I won't even count it. Even though it was a win, the software gave us the win. I wouldn't even count that. So good stuff. And then you got your scalp chart here. This is for very fast, in and out in like a minute or 2 trading. And it's a simple rule. You have to have not a blue, but a green or red bar touches a red dot. You don't have to have triple confirmation. It's a super simple chart. Well, really, really simple. Hits the red dot, closes under it. You can see right there, all it has to go down is 5 points, and that's $100 every time in NQ. You've got to trade the normal contract, and you've got to trade the NQ for the scalp chart. That's a winner right there. Every time you do it, it's $100. Okay, no trade, no trade, no trade, no trade, no trade. Up, here's the next trade. Hits a red dot, closes under it. Yeah, actually, they went down 30 points, which would have been $600. I'm only going to count 5. We're scalping. We don't know that at the time. So scalpers are just quick in and out. Every time it's $100. So that's 2 winners. There's another winner right here. It's the red dot, closes under it, 5 points. Again, it went 10 points. I'm only going to count 5. It's another winner, another $100. Every time it does it, it's $100. Hits the red dot, closes under it. Again, goes down 20 points. I'm only going to count 5. That's another $100. First 4 trades of the day worked out nice. I mean, just one lot trader was plus 400. Losing trade right here. As soon as it goes above the red dot, we would exit the trade. So technically, we lost like 2 points, but I'm going to count a loss as 5 points because I don't like to exaggerate the winners, exaggerate the losers. Hits the blue dot, closes above it. That's really close to 5 points. I'll count that as a loss because then it eventually did go under the blue dots. Hits the blue dot, closes just a tick above it, and 2-3 minutes later, 5 points. Another winner. That's $100. So that's the way the scalp chart works. I showed you the trend chart, and then I showed you the long term, the daily weeklies. To change the chart, all you do is you just type on the keyboard. All you do is you just type on the keyboard. For example, Eli Lilly. All I did, I didn't touch the mouse. I just went LLY and then enter on the keyboard. Well, there's Eli Lilly. Nice little trade came in over here, it looks like. A month ago, Able Trend traders who use daily weekly, right there be a month. This would be a losing trade if you're a short trader. I would even consider a short trade in this, obvious uptrend that the market's been in for the past year and a half. But if somebody did, that would be a small losing trade. And then, of course, got a winning trade at any one of these triple confirmation buy signals. Blue bar, blue dot, blue X, blue arrow, I mean. You're in around the 195 area. Well, you'd still be in it today at 223. Option traders made a lot of money on that trade. That's a great trade for an option trader. Call option on this one, that's some big money right there in a month. The price of the stock went up $30. So you got a call option on that one. That's big time. That's money right there. Okay, real quick. Takahiro, yeah, I showed the Russell chart today, and it's the same rules, same colors, same dots. That's same colors, same rules, same dots. I only have so much time, and I'm already 9 minutes over. So just wanted to show the Russell. I had a couple of people ask for that, and I just kind of switch off. Yesterday, really, really good day on the Nasdaq chart. I could have shown that. Today was it's okay. Today was okay. Nothing crazy. It was a little more in the narrow trading range. So there were a lot more no trade zones. So it wasn't as much to show. Anthony, on the futures chart, you had a 3-2-1 on the stock, only a 2-1. Correct. You want to use the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute on for day trading futures. For stock trading, I would probably go with more of the 3-9. Just 2 time frames is fine. Yes, sir. And then for daily, weekly, for longer term, you could also do 130-minute daily. It's another popular for swing trading. Another chart I like a lot. 130-minute daily for swing trading, and that's stocks. Stocks only, not futures. On the stock chart is 3 minute, 9 minute. If you have a really, really fast-moving stock, because they don't move as quick as the mini futures, then you can use a 1 minute, 3 minute. That'd be fine. Keep it simple. I just like to keep it as simple as possible, because less is more. So same rules, same colors, same dots, all the intraday trading. And then for the longer term, you just need to, you're not looking to get in and out in a couple of minutes. You're not looking to squeeze every, penny out of it when you're doing more daily, weekly, or swing 130 daily, staying in it for a week or two. We're not going to get crazy over pennies, because you're in that one for a more longer term trade. So same rules, same color, same dots. Everything is exactly the same. It doesn't matter what chart it looked like. I could have went over the euro dollar chart. Nothing would have changed. Everything would be the same. Everything's the same. As regarding day trade, the only thing that changes is the day trading. In the longer term, we don't use the 2 green bar stop loss. on the daily, weekly. Otherwise, I would have talked about that. That's why I didn't. So keep it simple. That's what works the best. Thanks for being here, everyone. Again, no webinar on Thursday. No webinar on Thursday. See you back here next Tuesday. This webinar, if you'd like to watch it again, will be on YouTube tomorrow. All the webinars are on YouTube, on our Ablesys. You go to YouTube and you just search for Ablesys. Real simple. So I hope I was helpful. I want to be. Oh, a couple quick question come in. You're welcome, Takahiro. Harry, should we roll to the NQ 921? Yes, sir. This is quad witching week, actually. So that's why the markets can be a little rocky this week. So just be alert, especially tomorrow, the big Fed announcement at 2 p.m. Eastern. And I'd be very careful trading into that. Because the markets don't want to make any big moves or nobody likes to trade in case some kind of huge surprise comes. So pretty much the whole world is going to be watching that. So hope this was helpful. Thanks for being here, everyone. Stay safe and have a good one.